Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. My name is Dave Yoster. I'm the president of the Managed Service Provider Association of America. I'm here today with Brian Jenkins and we are live from Vegas at the MSP Summit Expo. Brian, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So Brian, you're an MSP, right?
Correct.
So for everyone who doesn't know what an MSP is, Managed Service Provider. Brian, tell us a bit about the company and what you do exactly.
Yeah, so Brian Jenkins, owner and founder of ILG Technologies. We transformed from the retail division years ago into managed service provider. And we don't always use that term with our customers. We're more of like their IT guru or their nerd in their IT department is what we try to relate to them to, and then kind of explain what managed service provider is and does. We're more of a hybrid company. We do managed service provider services for companies, but and typically to K-12 schools is our ideal target market. But we kind of take it from approach from being their dedicated IT department, because a lot of our partners do not have in-house IT technologists that they employ. So
Brian, you and I were speaking this morning, and we were speaking about the pandemic and a lot of the schools and a lot of the kids in a lot of rural areas who didn't have access to Wi-Fi or internet to be able to do remote schooling. That is something that you guys do to fill that void. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep. Our primary market is Montana, and we're in the northern part of Montana is what we primarily focus on, and it is very rural. And so the schools and the organizations that we serve do rely on us for a lot of the services. And when the pandemic hit, it was a trying time for everybody, of course. Sure. But you know, when the transition went from in school to in home learning, a lot of challenges came to play in the rural market. One of them being service to their house. A lot of these homes didn't have internet service where the students could learn from. So we went out and provided, with the help of local ISP companies, to provide those services to students to enable them to learn.
Have you found, all the networks you developed and deployed, have you found that kids have actually been able to utilize it and to actually do more remote learning, even though we're not in a remote environment right now for kids? But did you notice a trend in kids using it more often?
Yeah, what was very rewarding for us was how much the kids did embrace it. Okay. I think overall there were some kids that had challenges with it, and I think the schools did a great job of recognizing those students that were having challenges with those. But overall, the kids really grasped it. It's what they do on a daily basis. They communicate through social media. That's how they talk to each other. So this was right up their wheelhouse. The challenge came in with the staff and the educators.
Like what, getting them on board as well?
Getting them on board, they were on board obviously because they had to.
Sure.
Now we essentially had to teach them how to teach with technology. And we took great pride in working with the educators to make sure that happened.
Okay. And then, so you do the technology for K-12 schools. I understand that. Is there any other component of technology that you assist with? Do you do anything else? Like a lot of vendors, they focus on cybersecurity or monitoring operations. Do you do anything along those lines?
We do. So we are a hybrid company, to where we are not just an MSP. Okay. We do all aspects of being an MSP, and we're defining those as we go forward, because like I say, in the rural area, our customers really rely on us for just about anything technology. So sometimes that becomes a challenge because it's hard to say no. but we do, we have an integration team as well.
Okay.
So we do security systems, surveillance systems, installation of networks, cabling management. So we have a whole department that's dedicated to installation, to where that really becomes a broad area as well, to where
Sure.
we've got to learn the things we do well and say no to the things that we just don't do well.
Excuse me. We speak a lot to a lot of MSPs. I don't think we've ever spoken to an MSP that is doing what you do. So the question I was going to ask you is, what really makes you different? I think the fact that you're focusing on schools makes you different.
Yeah, like I said, when the pandemic hit, we were open for business to just about anybody.
Sure.
And we still try to help everybody we can. The next challenge that we're seeing is the small business market in our
Why
areas.
do you say that?
Well, in our areas, it's always been the not lock your door type neighborhoods where safety wasn't a concern, and now cybersecurity is knocking on the doors of small businesses, and I think safety is a concern. So we want to be that partner that helps them in addition to the schools, because we know that's a challenge moving forward, ongoing.
Do you see a gap between cybersecurity and schools, and is there a connection there, or are schools a little bit behind on that?
Schools are a little bit behind, and where they're really behind is their policies. You guys did a great presentation this morning talking about this a little bit, and I'd like to learn a little bit more about it from some other MSPs that are in the market, is how you not only create your own internal policies, but how you get your clients, and for us, school boards and superintendents, to create new policy that backs the threat against cybersecurity.
Okay. Well, you mentioned a few key things there about policies and learning more, right? So if there's any other MSPs watching this and you want to work with Brian, please reach out to him. The website will be below in a few. There it is right there for you. Please reach out to him. Brian, I also want to make sure that, after this, you connect with our MSP trainer, because when it comes to policies, they can help you with that. They have those resources. And for all the other MSPs, we have a lot of resources for MSPs. But like you're saying, Montana, right?
Correct.
Are you going to be expanding across the nation? Because schools are not restricted to Montana.
No, they're not. It's just our focus area.
Sure.
We pride ourselves on boots on the ground service.
Okay.
We find that that's what our customers really relate to. They really appreciate that we're going to be there when we say we're going to be there. We're going to be there as much as we say we're going to be there.
Okay.
We don't just make the sale and then not show back up. So, I think learning this week, what's been great is the camaraderie between the MSPs and how everybody wants to help each other. And I'm excited to be a part of that. So yeah, we would be looking at reaching out.
Well, that's fantastic. And your time here that you've been at the expo so far, and it's only day one,
right?
About noon, 1 o'clock on day one. We've still got a whole 2 days to go, right?
Yeah.
What is your experience here so far?
It has just been so exciting. I was really excited to come into it, but the reward that just a half a day that has brought to me, just seeing other people and visiting with people, the welcoming that's taken place, to they look at my badge and see I'm a new guy to the table. So everybody's just so welcoming, and it's the knowledge that's in this room is amazing.
And are you going to be attending more sessions while you're here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So coming back to ILG Technologies, the company, all right? Do you have multiple staff? Because you said boots on the ground. Yep. That's what you pride yourself on. Yep. If a school calls and you need to go do something, do you have multiple staff that goes out, or is it just 1 or 2 folks?
Yeah, we have a few technicians that are dedicated to the service department. So our service manager deploys those to our customers. Okay. Well, with our current contracts, we basically do year-long contracts where we schedule those visits out. Obviously, if there's an issue, we prioritize those and deploy them. We've really found a lot of reward in proactive measures to be able to schedule those customers and take care of them without those break fix issues.
I understand that. Teachers. Now, we all know teachers are overloaded and they're doing a fantastic job with all our kids, even my kids, right? But if a teacher needs tech support help, is that something they can reach out to you guys as well, or is it only the school environment?
Yeah, no, the teachers actually have direct line to us. we treat them like they are our direct customers, which they are in our opinion.
Sure.
And actually this year we're starting a new policy where we're letting the students reach out to us because they have issues that maybe they don't tell their staff or administrators, but they're willing to share with us. Maybe they broke a device or did something where they don't feel good about it. So we're actually turning on our portal to allow students to contact us.
And is there, when you say students to contact you, is there kind of an age requirement for that?
We're going to turn it on for the junior high school age, so 7 through 12. They seem to be a little bit more mature with needing that service, where the others we direct to their superiors.
I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, for those of you who are watching now or in the future, having your kids have a tech support line, and I know there's certain things that come with that, but having your kids reach out through the school and reach a tech support line is something we've never heard of before. And I want to congratulate you and thank you for that. That is a value add to the education community that I don't think anyone is doing yet. So thank you so much for that. In closing, before we go in a minute, is there anything that you would like to say to the audience watching?
I think the big deal for us is, Montana is kind of that, we call it all the time, the last best place. It's heaven on earth for us. But we're a little behind. We're a little behind technology as a whole. We're very ag oriented, and the ag world is growing in tech, and all the other organizations like education, government facilities, they're all growing into the new era of technology. And cybersecurity is a major issue. And if you are a leader of an organization, you should be taking it seriously.
All right. Well, Brian, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Everyone, thank you very much. And this is Dave and Brian from the MSP Summit in Vegas. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.